Hello, parents. Welcome to College Station High School's first ever virtual open house. We're glad to have you. Thank you for watching this video and finding out about Honors English 1 in the virtual environment. And I also want to let you know that this slideshow will be included in the open house folder, and you can take a look at this slideshow at your leisure and also use the hyperlinks. You can link right to the items that are listed there for your convenience. So for the first example of a hyperlink is for this attendance survey. So I ask that you would complete it. Let me know there are some questions about your student and about you, and it's an opportunity for me to find out if you have questions so that I can respond. A bit about the course. Honors English 1 course is one of our advanced courses, so we've been working at a very rigorous pace even in the virtual environment. We're working on an expository essay right now, which actually is a type of essay that is tested on the end of course or STAR exam, which is the same thing basically as the STAR that they've taken in middle school and elementary school. They just call it the end of course exam in high school because they have to pass that end of course exam in order to get credit to graduate. So we're working on the expository essay. I'm thrilled to see what they're going to come up with because students have just submitted in this last week an original short story, and they did a really good job of being creative and following through with the format that we needed. On September 22nd, you can expect that we will begin reading the novel To Kill a Mockingbird. And for that book, if you could purchase your own copy, that is suggested so that students can annotate directly on the pages. However, if you need to be loaned a copy from the school, then please just let us know, and we will make sure that we have those available for your student, and they can use Post-it notes in that case to make their annotations. But please let us know in far advance from September 22nd so that your student can arrange to have someone pick up that book if they're staying at a virtual student, or still pick it up with their classroom teacher if they're moving to in-person. With To Kill a Mockingbird, we will be doing a series of literature circle discussions, and we've already tried that with online, and that worked really well, and I'm excited to see them improve in their discussion of literature and literary analysis. We'll be working on a dialectical character analysis journal. I know it's a foreign word, it has a lot of words in it, but your students will understand that dialectical means just having a conversation with the text. You can there's a link here to the Honors English 1 course syllabus, and I suggest that you do so, and I'm pretty sure that most of you in the Honors English class have already done so because we ask you to look at the AP contract or the honors contract for students in our advanced classes. If you need to contact me, the best way is through email or through Schoology. You can also call the school and leave a message, but since I'm a virtual only teacher right now, my schedule is very different from the rest of the schools. Some important dates to note is that we have the English 1 STAR or EOC still scheduled according to the state for April 6th, and there is not much difference between the STAR that you're familiar with and then the end of course test. There are some questions that maybe you're concerned about your child's average, especially being in a virtual environment, but in our pre-AP honors classes, the work is rigorous. Sometimes it's difficult and demanding, and sometimes students coming from middle school, and especially in the quarantine situation, they may not be accustomed to being self-sufficient and to being self-motivated to get their work done on time. So if you can encourage them to meet their deadlines, that will help their grade a great deal, and also to reach out to the teacher when they're having difficulty, because I know that I want to help them have the best experience possible. There's a bit about me. I've taught for 20 years, and I've taught everything from 6th to 12th grade, any version of English, AP, pre-AP, honors, on level, fundamentals of English, you can name it. I have taught it. I am married, have one adult son, and I coach UIL academic spelling and speech and debate. So quite a busy life and exciting time. Our office hours schedules are here for you. English 1 I teach that course, and you can see when they meet. Honors English is when your students will be having office hours on Tuesdays at 10:15 a.m. and Wednesdays at 1:30 p.m., but also other times during the day as needed. Some common technology resources and apps that we use, obviously Schoology, that's where they're going to find all of their lessons for each day. Google Drive, for them, they need to use their own Google Drive to save any documents that normally I would give them in note format, especially in the honors program. There are lots of documents that I ask them to keep throughout so that I don't have to hand the same thing out over and over to them. So they need to have maybe a folder that says Honors English 1 inside their Google Drive that they put those documents. We'll be using Google Slides, YouTube, of course, StudySync, which is the textbook app that they can use. They can also use the hardbound, the textbook itself. They can check those out. No Red Ink, which is a grammar and writing instruction site. And then Turnitin.com, which is a plagiarism checking site. And especially my upper level, my English 4 students and my honors and pre-AP students, this is something that we use frequently, and they use it in the college world as well. I encourage you that if your student or you are having trouble, having issues with Schoology or any technical difficulties, that you can use this technology frequently asked questions troubleshooting guide that's linked here to see what some of the common problems might be. That might help you troubleshoot. And then, of course, there is the help desk that is linked in this slide. Some notes about attendance, which I think is the biggest issue with virtual versus on-site learning, is that students must be engaged with the curriculum every day. And the state is asking for 45 minutes. So I have to submit the attendance by what students have submitted. So I'm asking you to make sure that your student has I give a daily attendance check for them to fill out, try to make it easier for them, for me. But it needs to be filled out by 11:59 p.m. each day to count for the day that they've worked on, and that they need to submit all of their assignments that are scheduled to be turned in that day by 11:59 p.m. each day. And that's not just about late work policy, which it is. You'll look in the syllabus and you can see that. But it's also about being counted present. I'll show you really quickly. The attendance form is linked in the weekly instructions. I also have it linked in the daily instructions. And then this is just your FYI yearbook. Yearbooks are on sale. Gives you all of the important information about when to purchase one and who to contact about that. And really, that's all the time that I have. But please fill out, let me go back to it, this attendance survey. And if there are any questions that you have, I'm happy to get back to you and answer those. Thank you again for attending Virtual Open House.